Ask and you shall receive. Is that the moon? Holy cow, look at that. That's a squirrel moment, but that moon looks so cool. And this phone just says do it justice. One of the advantages of being out early for a walk. The moon going down, the sun coming up, whatever, it's just so cool. Ask and you shall receive. That's what I want to talk about today. You know what? I was out Christmas shopping yesterday, and I ran into a friend of mine who's on Facebook. He said, Kevin, what's that thing you're doing on Facebook? It's a goal thing or what? It's like, oh my gosh. I just assume that people understand because I know exactly what I'm doing so well. Did you ever know something so well that you talk to somebody and just assume they know everything about it already? So I don't think I'm clear enough, even in this group, about what this does. Or the goal mapping experience. Like, okay, now sign up for the goal mapping experience. Get ready for the new year. What that is, you just think of, a resolution maybe. What is something that you want to get done in 2025? For me, I like to start with the health. You pick maybe 3 categories, areas of your life that say, hey, you know what? This is something I want to be better in 2025. My health, I want to have more energy. I want to be in better shape. Maybe somebody's finances. It's like, wow, 2024 is a rough year. It was hard, but robbing Peter to pay Paul, so to speak, or going paycheck to paycheck. I got to work on my finances in 2025. I got to get some cash flow coming in. I want a positive cash flow, not a negative cash flow. More money's coming in than's going out. Somebody, it might be finances. Another person, it might be relationships. They're trying to work on having better relationships with people, or they went through a breakup, or trying to meet somebody. I don't know what the goals are that you set. But when you put it down on paper, it gives you a clear picture. It's like, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. What do I got to do to close the gap? And I help you work on that. Create the plan. So if you get on the call with me, ask and you shall receive. We'll say, okay, what are the areas you want to work on? What do you need to get there? I need to lose weight. How about, common thing, even myself. I'm not exactly at the ideal weight I want to be. It's like, I need to shed a few pounds. Okay, let's come up with a plan. What do you need to do? Where do you want to be, say, 6 months from now? Or where do you want to be this time next year? Where do you want to be 6 months from now? Where do you want to be 3 months from now? Where do you want to be a month from now? What do you need to do this week, today? What could you do? Eating right, exercising. Some people, it's an attitude. I just can't I can't get out of this rut. I feel like everything's going wrong. It's almost just like a negative vibe that they have, and they almost can't control because it's the outside coming in. And it's like a pessimistic attitude. It's like their attitude. That's like what they need. Like, everything goes wrong. They feel like Eeyore. I believe that's the character's name from Winnie the Pooh. The donkey is like, oh no. How do you change that? If that's something you have, like, you can change it. Your focus. Each day, if you're doing these walks, that's part of what we're doing, programming our minds. By focusing on the positive things, seeing ourselves attaining the goals. If you have a question about what the heck is this doing? You're doing these programs, you're putting all these things up, just direct message me. I'd love to get on a call with you. There's no obligation. You don't have to sign up for something. I know I say, sign up for my programs. Just ask, find out what it's about. Maybe you'll come up with your own plan. Say, you know what? Because I've been talking to you, I'm going to join a gym, and I'm going to start going to yoga 3 times a week. So great. That's the first step. You sign up, make a commitment. I'm just here if you want somebody to help keep you accountable, encourage you along the way, and check in with. It's an extra level of accountability. It's an extra way to check up on yourself to make sure you're following through. Each day, you take small steps towards your goals, and you monitor it each week, each day. Say, I got better this week than I was last week. I got to the gym more often. Or, hey, this was a rough week. Got to get it back on track. Got to get back on target. And people have a tendency to slip out of that habit. And then they think, well, it's not so bad. I missed this many days. But when somebody's holding you accountable, say, hey, what about last week? What happened? Well, this is what happened. I wasn't able to get to the gym because, I had a cold and I couldn't exercise, couldn't go down there when I was sick. It's like, okay, how you feeling today? How you feeling this week? Could you go out once? Could you go for a walk? I got to take another week off. I said, okay, so what could you do? Could you read? Could you read up on some stuff that you might do when you do? How are you eating? You break it down. The more you break it down, the more attainable it is. It's not some overwhelming thing. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to lose all this weight. It's like, what do you got to do today? Any goal that you set for yourself, there's something you could do to get closer toward today. And each day builds on the next day and the next day. And before you know it, you hit that marker. So have a great day. If you have any questions, just ask me. I'll share a link to my calendar. Ask and you shall receive. I'll see you on my next video.